Hey guys, welcome back in. Gonna continue this permadeath. Actually, hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. I'm on my main account. I got together a bunch of plants and stuff, and I did some scouting around. So I have locations for bases. Now the biggest difference you're gonna notice on this save is I'm playing with extreme stack sizes. So my maximum stack size is only 300. So inventory management is a complete pain. So everything just requires way more spaces. But I have enough material to do a living glass farm, liquid explosive farm, and a base that can have all the different plants on it. Like I'm using storage bays, because those can hold quite a bit. Like this is what, living glass, I think. Then I have two different ships that are full of stuff for other for the liquid explosives and the plants. So I'll just have to do those as I go. And we'll grab this up though. I'm worried about not having enough glass. I think I got plenty, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I'm gonna make up some more glass real quick. I think I get like 20 out of each biodome, if I remember right. So, make some more up here real quick. I think I get 800 out of each biodome. Oh, got more. Maybe it's 80 that I can make. Yep, 80. Alright. I keep forgetting we can expand our cargo here. Makes dragging stuff around a lot easier. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have more than enough glass. See, it's so rough because you can only stack 15, so it really eats up the inventory space. I went over to, I had a little nip farm too, and I went over and grabbed some stuff there. So I should have enough to grow everything I need. But first, I want to see if I can buy carbon nanotubes. I can't. I'll take this though. Have plenty of gold dioxide. I'm gonna go to the space station over there first. I want to see if I can grab nanotubes, because I hate making those up. Yeah, sadly I can't rename this system, so I'm pretty sure this is the system I'm looking for though. Normally I like to rename them, that way I know exactly where I'm going. But somebody got here before me. But I still have one more base to build on my other save. That one's going to have silver and phosphorus. But I think I've got every other thing available in this system already kind of mapped out. So head down there and start building some stuff. Come on. Just so I know I can get a good amount of metal plating here. So I'm not planning on doing any like large-scale farms or anything. But I do want to have some metal plating. I do have some here. Yeah, I can only stack six in a stack, so this is where it really becomes a pain, because you don't have much room. No, I do have a few nanotubes already. I'm going to want those for teleporters. I'd rather buy them than use my resources, though. And I did check out my runaway mold farm last night, and I wasn't able to use the refiners. So I'm probably not going to build any refiners. Hopefully one day Hello Games will fix that. Ever since they put that option to share refiners, they've never worked. They haven't for me anyway. So I'm pretty sure that's an accessibility thing you have to toggle, if I remember right. Oh, it's not in there. Controls. One of these menus, network, that's right. Yeah, can access refiner anyone. I've had that on since the day they introduced that change, and nobody's ever been able to access my refiner. And that's been, what, like 2 years now, and it still isn't working. Well, hopefully, maybe one day they fix that. I'm gonna just check this back room real quick, see if there's anything in this. I believe I need 2 nanotubes for each teleporter, so it's not like you have to make up a bunch or anything. I just would rather not have to use resources. But I'm just gonna make 2 more. That way I should have enough for all the bases. Oh, and actually I need to stop by the anomaly too. I still have a few blueprints that I haven't unlocked. I don't think it's anything too important, but might be something I want. I've got them marked already. That one's going to be liquid explosives, and there's also 2 ships, 2 crash ships that are very close to each other over there. I'm going to take advantage of that. Yeah, sodium dioxide and radon can be that base. Oh, I've already got the anomaly over there. What base was this? Okay, that's that 2-ship one. I think I'm gonna start on that planet. That way I can empty out one of my ships. That's gonna be for liquid explosives. Liquid explosive. Oh, sulfurine and 2 ships. I'm gonna have to put up one of those teleporter bridges to get in between the 2 ships. It's too bad because one's a C class and one's a B class, but they're 2 free ships. Yeah, I'd like to try to build in an area where there's something besides the base. That wasn't good. We moved the anomaly on this side of the planet. That wasn't good at all. So I was able to get out of there before I took too much damage. Not a good way to start off. I think I still have a bunch of stuff with the Quicksilver vendor too. I haven't played on the save in quite a while, done anything really exploring or anything like that, so Most likely have a bunch of stuff up
Collectible received. Collectible received. Collectible received. Collectible received. Collectible received.
some expedition stuff too.
Collectible received. Collectible received. Collectible received. Collectible received. Collectible received.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the decorations and
Collectible received. Collectible received.
cosmetics.
Collectible received.
I don't want the pets or ships or any of that stuff.
Collectible received. Collectible received. Collectible received.
Right, that's all those. Haven't talked to these guys in a while either, so I'll take the free nanites. I don't have many nanites on this save, so let's start farming some up. Don't think I have too much to unlock. They're the more expensive things, if I remember right. Yeah, I only got 40 salvage data anyway. You and Spear, I'm gonna pass on that.
Item received. Item received.
Oh, I still have to unlock these too. Let's come back for those though. Group would be useful. Oh, I still got a bunch of decals and stuff too. I'll make sure I have this stuff before I do that. I know I have all the basic building parts, so I'd rather have the decorations than all the cuboid stuff. Still got 10 more that I can mess around with. I'll just grab the machine shelter for now. I still need some more stuff. The ship I have here, it's one of the Twitch drops. I think it's only an A class. Yeah. Really nothing all that fancy. That's what I got. Got decent shields on it though. I'm not sure what the maximum is, but I think it might be 38. You get those off some crash ships sometimes. I think I'll start on this planet with the liquid explosives. That way it's out of the way. Don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be a fancy build or anything. So. And the lush planet in this system is also aggressive sentinels. So I'm gonna build that one near a sentinel pillar as well. All my hotspots that are kind of laid out. There's that crash ship. I'm gonna land over here somewhere. These aren't going to be big bases either. Okay, that's that other ship over there. So I want to put in a teleporter relay for that. That's my power. That's going to be sulfurine way over there. So I will have to stretch my boundaries a little bit. Not a big deal. Although I gotta take into account my biodomes, because I'm gonna need to put in 30 biodomes here. Yeah, I'm gonna put in the whole biodome. I'm not gonna do the stacked biodome thing. Mainly because it's gonna be too difficult. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to keep track of my plants, I think. Actually, I need to bring up that sheet also. Actually, I gotta step out here for a couple minutes. I'm gonna bring up my little cheat sheet thing, and I just want to double check a couple things on it as well. So I'm just gonna camp out here for a few minutes, and I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Let's get my little calculator thing real quick. Alright, so 24 domes are going to be runaway mold, or fungal mold. Alright. Yeah, you're going to be 30 biodomes total. Alright. Well, the good thing is, starting with the liquid explosives, I'll be able to clear 2 ships out of inventory. So that's going to be nice. What I think I'm going to do though is I'm going to need to stretch my hotspot, so I'll start with that. And I'm going to build out of a prefab, so get a basic layout here real quick. I don't want to build over the ship if I can help it. So I'm gonna probably go pretty much right where my character is, somewhere like this. I do want to elevate it a little though. Yeah, because I know sometimes if you build right on top of the ship, sometimes they won't spawn again. So I'm gonna want to be somewhere in here. I just want to look at my elevations too. I'll clip in through there, so I'm gonna come up probably a full wall. Probably be my best bet. So double wall here. At least it'll be a little bit of a view too. I'm gonna move this back a little more though. Maybe a little more towards my character. I'm gonna come up 2 walls. But I do want to come down a little, so drop that down. Somewhere about right there, I think. I don't mind having it elevated a little, but I don't want it really tall, so. Oh, now we're gonna get to the point where I can't glitch anymore. There we go.
Thermal protection falling.
I need to be mindful of, yeah, I'm gonna run into it over here too. Alright, I'm gonna have to move this over. I think that will work. I just like to try to get an approximation of this stuff before I get too carried away and end up with issues. I'll just do one of these here. I think I'll be okay there. So I run into a problem right there. So okay. I'm gonna have to think of this a different way. So I could. One more. Could do something like that with the biodomes, have a door connecting them. It doesn't really save me any room though. Actually, I think it takes up more room. It shouldn't though. Yeah, I don't really pick up very much room doing it that way either. I'm not sure if these will actually accept the doors either. They should, but you know, I'm going to run into a problem where I can't put a door on that side. Put that around. See, this is what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to end up having to replant stuff. Okay, now that will work. I'm just going to have to be really mindful. Or I can do the easy option. I'm not sure if I put a floor there or not. I didn't. Alright. I'm going to move this back. I'm just going to have to build it taller. I didn't really want to do that. But, gotta do what you gotta do. You know what? I think I might just go with a different angle. That way I can miss that ship completely. I might be able to miss that whole cliff too. Go up 3. That's wrong. Okay. Now let's see what I got to work with. I'd rather keep the corridors because I don't want to chance the doors not lining up. Actually, I can go with a T here. The first one's gonna have to be straight though, so these for a X connector. Straight T. I'm gonna have to go to 2 straights. One here. I'm worried about this side not lining up or having domes crash into each other. I think I'll be fine. Something like that all the way around. I'm gonna have 2 rows. I should spare that ship. Actually, if I had to, I could actually. I can pull that inside. too many snap points here. It's gonna keep trying to attach it there. Actually put one of these underneath so I can hold my position. I have to take that out first. Bring that in. Building back. Yeah, I was worried that these two would end up smashing into each other. I think they're gonna be fine. Alright. Yeah, I think this will work. I'm gonna have to get myself some more pure ferrite though. That just ate through a bunch. At least I know I'm gonna clear that. I shouldn't have any issues. You know what? I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna move this over a couple more. I think I should be fine there. Alright. Set a building here for now. Yeah, I need to get a bunch of pure ferrite, don't I? Alright. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go pull power. How much are these? 20, right? No, 50. Alright. Ooh, this is gonna be expensive. This is gonna be really expensive. Alright. Well, it's gotta be done. Better than using batteries. It'll get pretty dang close. Alright. So... actually scan it first. And it's a C class. It would have been nice to have something higher class. But we'll make do with it. Get a good measurement here. How many of these things can I build? Okay, I can build 27, which might be enough, hopefully. I think 49 is going to be about the best I'm going to get. And 1% isn't going to matter much. Okay, so I'm going to pull 148 out of that. So I need at least 30. Alright, 30 biodomes, 50. So I need at least 1,500. So if I do, well, 148. I'm gonna need at least 11, but I'm gonna also need to power the building, which is I think another 20. Teleporter and some of those other things. But I think I'll be all set with 12 of the EMGs. So I'm just going to set up to do that here. Now, I'm not positive which one I glitched that on. That should be. Yep. Alright. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a cube, put the cube down and glitch off that. There it is. I like to try to kind of sink it into the ground a little bit when I can too. Oh, I wanted to have one there. Actually, I can go up on this side if I want. Just put one of these in, make sure it's not tilted. Alright, should be good. So, go and glitch 12 of these there. I always wait until all that orange goes away so that I know that they glitch in right. Might as well do something like this. Now I should be able to just connect a wire right between the two. Get my read in. I always double check these. Just so I can see what I'm pulling for power. Because I need at least like 11,000. I got 17,000, so I've got plenty of power. I could have gotten away with only 11 of them without any issue, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm just gonna get rid of that totem wire there. Get rid of this. I am gonna leave that cable there just in case I need it. I'll take that battery with me. Alright, so that'd be power done. And I'm not gonna bother burying anything, so And take my wire and start making my way over. Ideally, I would like to find a cave to kind of tuck this into. But I don't recall seeing any, but what I'll do is I'll stick to kind of lower ground. That way it's not way up in the air. Because typically what I would do is I would dig a hole somewhere, just stick the wire down in there. Alright, there we are. Yeah, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll use the foliage as well and kind of hide it. So I'm gonna drop this here, and because in case I do lose track of it, what I like to do is I'll use a lantern. You know, just make it big. That way I know where that end of the wire is. So come back up here. What I'll do is I'll do a reverse wire glitch here. So that I got my wire. And I want to do one on both sides actually. Reverse wire glitch. I'm just gonna stick it right here. I'll do the same thing. Actually, that should connect into it. There it is. Got my wire there. I'll just run this right back towards that lantern, and hopefully I can tie right into it. Sometimes it's hard to see the ends. Alright, got lucky there. A lot of times it doesn't like to show me the whole thing. Alright. I'll just go to one of these corner posts. And I don't snap to it. What I do is I pull it down a little bit and go into free placement. That way, hopefully, it doesn't show on the inside. It's not going to really matter or anything, but I'm going to know it's there. I go up. You peek in here, you don't see the wire hanging out anywhere. So that's just one way to kind of hide it. Alright. That part's done. Now I will need to stretch for sulfurine. I think, you know, I think I'm gonna actually, while I'm here, I'm just gonna put down a teleporter. I'm gonna have to get to a refiner. I'm not sure if I have a magnetized ferrite base on this save or not. I think I do, but can't remember. Mag ferrite, good. Yeah, I'm doing most of the save is being done in Calypso. Wanted to do Extreme Permadeath in Calypso. It's always a good time. I'm pretty sure I have some magnetized ferrite back at my other base, but I'm not positive. Get a few stacks of this. I think I got a couple thousand in the silos. I should anyway. Hopefully I don't die warping in. Alright. Oh, this base. I haven't been here in a long time. This is one of those mega flora, isn't it? No, maybe not. I thought it was a mega flora planet. Oh, they're giant beetles. Nice. Alright. How much room do I have before I get carried away? Oh, I've got some in here. Oh, and at some point they increased the maximum size on these. Well, in the storage containers anyway. It used to be 750, now you can stack 1,000. Noticed that the other night. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some of this. I'm just gonna take all of it and stick it in my freighter. I won't need that. Don't need uranium. Alright. I'm gonna go back over. I have another stasis device farm here with a bunch of refiners. So, yeah, this one. So I can set a bunch of these going at once. Because you can only put 150 in a refiner, which really, really sucks. It's horrible. I wish you could put 250. I'll get over here. I'm gonna set a bunch of these going at once and hop out for a couple minutes while those are refining and grab it all up. I forget about needing pure ferrite for those corridor pieces. Completely forgot about it. I always think that they take magnetized ferrite. Yeah, so this is my my other stasis device system. It's really nice system too. It's got a experimental and an alien multi-tool in it. It's only like, I think an A class or something, but a great system. Oh, and this base has runaway mold on it too. That's why I have all these refiners. So, transfer some of this over from my freighter. I think that'll be enough. I'm gonna set a bunch of these going. Oh, it's only 30 seconds a cycle, so it's not too bad. It's gonna take me longer just to find the stuff in my inventory. I thought it was a couple minutes a cycle. We're already finishing up. Oh yeah, that's right, it's that ratio. I was thinking I was gonna... Alright, so I got... Gonna have a good amount of this now. I'm used to things refining the other way around. Not doubling it. Should have a good amount of it now. So magnetize, I'll stick back in my freighter. Yeah, I normally carry only 3 stacks of pure ferrite, so not used to needing this much. I don't use prefabs very often. I just don't like using them. They look cheap, you know. They're a little too basic. Alright. Yeah, this teleporter takes you over to a runaway mold setup over there somewhere. I think it's right there. A bunch of those relays. And we can just keep bouncing back and forth. I don't have... I thought I had a trading post here, or a GT terminal. Guess not though. Actually, I'm gonna hang out here a minute. That's something I gotta just take care of real quick. Give me like 5 minutes, I should be back. head back over now. Start working on this thing. One thing I am thinking about is putting a building down at the bottom. I don't know really how tall this thing is, so I'll figure it out when I get here. I'd like to have my landing pad kind of on the ground. That way people can claim that ship and warp over to the other one. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room for that, though. Do I actually? I don't have a cube there. Alright. How would that look? Yeah, it's going to be sunk into the ground a little bit. Do something there. I don't mind if it sinks in a little bit, but I don't want it to sink in a lot. Something like that. Because the only thing that's going to be in here is probably going to be a teleporter and the sulfuring and teleporter. You can just put that stuff towards the front. The door maybe on this side. Yeah, I think that'll work. It's already powered too, that's even better. Yeah. Looks kind of funky, but I think that'll work. Take a quick peek inside. Yeah, I think that'll work fine. It does sink in a little, but just fill this in. Yeah, it won't be very much. If that door doesn't work, people can always run around the side of the building, so. I wish this would just work, you know? No. Yeah, I think that would be fine. Alright. Refill all my stuff before I forget. Alright, this one I will need to expand out. Not very much though. Not sure what I have for upgrades on this backpack, so I don't want to go too nuts with it. It's not as strong as my other one. Okay, can't build. Didn't have to stretch this too bad. Getting over that other ship's gonna take quite a bit of stretching though. Yeah, I wasn't gonna really bother with the sulfurine, but I needed something else to put here, and it is a useful resource, so. Doesn't want me to stretch. Yeah, sometimes you run into issues like this. It doesn't, you haven't built enough stuff here to stretch the boundary. No, still not enough. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go over to this, do a save, and reload. That might work. Yeah, sometimes stretching your boundaries, you never really know what you're gonna end up with, so. I didn't have to stretch this very far, just like 50 units. Yeah, once I put a bunch of pieces down here, it should work. Yeah, like now I can build no problem, so. It's because sometimes when you leave the systems, and especially the galaxy, it can throw things out of whack. So do a quick scan here. Yeah, it's just a C class, nothing special about it. Figure out where my center is. Yeah, a lot of times with this game, if anything's kind of weird, a lot of times just doing a reload fixes it. So. Alright, right around here should work. But I always check it each time just to make sure I'm getting a decent reading. Yeah, 39 is good enough for me. Get rid of all this junk. Not where I wanted to glitch it. All I'm gonna do is a cache glitch here. So put in my cache. Copy that, bring it down. Go right in the middle. And I'm only gonna need this one. So I'm not gonna have much. I'll probably only do like 2 silos for it. The sulfurine isn't something you really need much of. Where my pipe? Oh, and I don't have a silo in place yet, so I'm just gonna leave it like it is. I should have put down a silo, but I didn't know if I wanted to put my silo inside the building or outside. At least it's stretched now, so I don't have to worry about it. I want to stretch the boundary for my teleporter too. Short range teleporter. I think I might as well just go and just kind of get the bottom part set up now, just so it's done out of the way. I'm gonna do is put that like that. And what I do, because I don't want any ships to land here. Actually, let me do this different. I'm gonna cache that, copy this cube. Oh wait, did that backwards. Stick that up there. Copy this cube. Go to snap a new one in. Put in my cube, put that underneath it. That. Delete that one. Alright. So now I have a base for that landing pad. So I got that in there. And what I do is to prevent any ships from landing here, typically I'll just toss a cube here, and they shouldn't land here. So that's one way, because it gets really annoying sometimes when you're trying to build something and ships keep showing up. That'll be done. I am going to put a silo in here. Actually, I think I'll do a silo. Well, I don't know what that ground's going to do, so I don't want to get too carried away. I can put my teleporter in the back. That sulfurine's over there. Teleporter. So where is teleporter? There. Actually, I'm gonna need two different teleporters here. So I'm gonna have one. This one will take people to the ship. This one will take people upstairs. I was gonna put it right on the landing pad, but I've got this whole building to use, so. And I'll have a silo over here. And I am going to shrink down my silo a little. These silos are too tall. Especially when you try to use them inside. Going past it. Yeah, I'm going to definitely need some metal plating. Jeez.
Received.
Shrink this down a little bit too. I'll put down a save while I'm here. I just shrink that a little bit too. Those are too big too. Something like that. down here, I might as well grab my power. Grab my power and go right down to the sulfurine. I'm not going to be able to find the one that's buried in the ground now. Oh, just showed up for like half a second. There it is. Start locking this down. Yeah, now that it's kind of buried in the ground, I do want to try to make it so it doesn't pop out, or if it does, it's very little. Yeah, something kind of like that. Once I get on the other side of this little hill, I won't care about it, where it is. And make a connection here. Now it should just be a straight shot. We got juice. And now I'll just do the same thing on the way back. Alright, that should work fine. How far away is that? Okay. So I have to stretch this twice in a way. I need to stretch the boundary, and then I have to put in place all of the teleporters. How many teleporters can I build? Okay, I should be good on that. So, 7. Okay, so that's gonna take quite a few. I think I'm just gonna go stretch my boundary for now. Gotta see how much. Man, I need more carbon too. See, this is the bad thing about having such a small stack size. I can only get 50 walls out of all that carbon. I have even less that. Okay, I can use alloy. Okay. Well, actually, I'm gonna run down, delete all those walls I put down, I guess. I'll recover a good amount of it. mean, I get plenty of carbon that I can just mine up here too, so not too bad. Alright. We're back.
Thermal protection fully.
So what I'm gonna do is kind of put my cursor right on that beacon, make my way that way until I can't build anymore, and start expanding. This isn't the best terrain to try to do a relay on because you want to have a pretty straight shot. This is quite hilly. I should run out of building permissions here soon. They'll actually be around 400. So. There we go. Put this up here. And just start stretching. I always put my center one in first. That way I'm right in line with that beacon. And I go one on the left, one on the right. And I want to kind of adjust. I want like a high altitude and low. I just find that I have less issues when I do that. So stretch this out. I don't want to space these too far apart either. Make my way over. I'm right next to something bad. Yep. I could hear it. And I go, between 30 and 50 units in between each set. I think you can get like a 50, I think it's around 50 units in diameter, something like that, when you put these in. I don't know the actual numbers, but it seems to be about that. So I try to be pretty liberal when I put them down. Just because I hate when you go to, pull pipe or something in between two spots and you suddenly can't build there for some reason. So I'd rather use the extra resources just to make sure everything lines up. I see people a lot of times, they'll use the thinner wall to do this, and it works just as well, I guess. I've always gone with the large ones because they're easier for me to see when I have to delete them, so that's why I use this type. I'm probably using way too many of them, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Probably too close there. Here's that second ship. Alright, I'm gonna go about as far as here, so set things up. It's a pretty good stretch. Mark my base so I can tell how far away I am. I'll get my first teleporter ready. Let's put it there. I am gonna raise it up though. I don't like to put things directly on the ground. And just, you know, I want to stay pretty much straight, nice and straight, so. Might as well just get this all ready. I can't remember what side I'm gonna want this on now. Get my straight wire. And it's just going to be like last time when I did my runaway mold project there. I just want to make sure what direction that faces. Alright, I want that to face the other direction. So to fix that, all I have to do is grab a floor, pull the wire from that direction. That should fix it. And it doesn't. Alright, I'll just have to do the whole setup. There is a way to flip it around, but I always screw it up, so I always get it backwards. Oh. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. My character is in the way. Alright. While I'm here, I'm gonna just run power to them. So they're all set. Yeah, we'll dress it up a little. Nothing fancy, but shouldn't have any issues there. I need to jump out for a minute here. Hopefully go down here and be safe. I hope.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Just to be sure, I am going to dig a hole I can stand in just in case hazardous water shows up. Alright, I will be back. Give me probably about 5 minutes. I gotta let it pop out, so I will be back. Just want to try to go into camera mode here. That way you're not stuck looking at the inside of a hole in the ground. So, alright, I will be back. I just realized I screwed up. I don't have to have two teleporters at the end. I need to have that one to exit, so hopefully I delete the right one. Alright. So what I'm about 700 away, so I'm gonna wait, you know, just follow my marker till I get to 600. I'll put my first little station up here. Of course, it's going to be right in the middle of all these trees and crap. Okay, not too bad. Right about here. Put up my first thing. And these don't have to be fancy or anything, so. I think I'm just going to glitch all these in as I go and connect them at the same time. That way I'm not, it'd be less running back and forth, so. I'm gonna have one on this side. I'll just go that side and that side. And again, the only one that really matters is the one you start with. And actually, I'm going to move that out one more, give myself a little more room. Easier to delete the wires. Get myself a straight wire. Whoops. There we go. That one. Actually, I'll put my floor in first, that way you can see what direction the little pavers are. And glitch these in. First thing I want to do is just connect my two wires together. Run my wire back. Now while I'm in this menu too, I'm going to hit left 2 to bring up my teleport cable. On my teleport cable from that, exit camera mode. And I want this one to be on the side. The one that's on the left-hand side. So those two are set up. Now I'm just going to keep repeating that same process. I feel safe enough doing this, so I'm just going to take these wires out now. I'm not going to need them. It's just going to be something else for me to delete later on. So the same thing, I'm going to keep an eye on where my base marker is. I'm going to go, you know, take that 600 and deduct 150. I like to go with 150 because it gives me a little bit of a buffer to mess around with, because I can go up to 200 units, but I like using 150 as kind of like a guideline for it. So I'm going to go to 450 and put up my next relay. It gives me a little bit of room to mess around with, like if I end up with a tree or something in the way, or, you know, like an odd, you know, like land formation, because this is kind of lower than that last one. So I try not to do that too often. So yeah, I'm right at 450 here, so I'll just set up my next one. Actually, this wall's in my way. Move this over a little. Yeah, I like to try to stay somewhat straight with the base and kind of with the elevation as well. I don't want it to shift too much because that's when you end up falling through the ground, just uneven terrain and stuff. You figure you want to follow that straight line, you know, as a, you know, think of it as almost like a beam of light, you know, when you're using those teleporters. So you don't want like major discrepancies in elevation. Alright, so myself a straight wire. Put my power in. And my teleport cable. Like that last one, what I'm doing is the ones that are straight on, shoot you straight, but the ones on the side shoot you, you know, from the left or the right side to the straight teleporter. So what I want to do is, I want this one that's on the side, I want to connect it to the one that's straight on. You just want to make sure you hook them all up the same way. Because if you don't, then you run a chance of it just flinging you into the air. Either into the air or under the ground. So, just want to make sure they're all the same way. So now that one's done, and I want to run power as well. I meant to grab the power before. Power doesn't matter as long as they're powered, so the only one that does is the teleport cable. A lot of times I just hook it into the one that's straight on. So now I'll just repeat the same process, but I'll go out to 300 units away. Should be right down by where these double walls are. Pretty close to it. Do the same thing. Get it kind of straight on. I'll actually go up a little bit more to help with the elevation. You just go pretty quick. Once you do them a few times, you get used to them. I'll hook up my power. Again, I use that marker as a reference point. Like, I can't see over this hill, but I know my teleporters will be right over here. There it is. And hit left 2 a couple times, get your teleport cable. So I'll bring that one to the side. There we go. So I'm down to 300 units, so I'll go to 150. And that should be the final one. run this last one back. Nope, screw that up. We'll go off to the side. I'll get somewhat in the middle here, and I'll connect my last teleport cable, run my wire. It'd be nice if I can connect to that. Actually, I think I'm just gonna go right to the back. I'm gonna say it'd be nice if I could connect it underground. Yeah. Just connect to here, that way at least I know it's hooked up. Alright. Go try her out. Make a save first before I do anything. Right. There we go. Seems to work fine that way. Yeah, one lesson when you do long runs like that, stay on the platform for a few seconds till everything renders. You jump right off. Oh, okay. And say there's a good chance you'll fall through the ground. It takes it a few seconds to render the vegetation. So, I believe this is a C class. Yeah, C class here, and then there's a B class up top. I do want to look at the shield though. Okay, it's only 11% shield. Sometimes you can find, sometimes on these crash ships you can find a shield that's higher than normal. Those are worth looking at. Alright, so that is done. I'm gonna start clearing this stuff now. And start getting the biodomes ready. Clear this stuff out, and then actually I gotta step out again. I gotta do medications, so finish this up and get everything planted. I should hopefully have everything I need. I know I'm good on plants. I just might need to get some more puriferrite. But I always want to be careful, especially, you know, your wires here. Just double check before you delete stuff. Yeah, you just want to pay attention when you're doing your wires. I always do it so pretty much the straight ahead, the ones that are straight ahead, I always connect to, like, you want them to, you know, go the same way. The ones that are straight on like this, I'll always connect to the one on the side. And the ones that are on the side, I always connect to the one that's straight on, coming from this direction. So, you just want to make sure they're all set up the same way. If you do hook them up wrong, you'll just stop. You know, when you go to teleport, you'll just stop part of the way through. or you'll get launched into the air, or you'll get launched under the ground. So that'll tell you right away if you got something hooked up wrong. And if it's a really long run, like you're going, you know, like 1,000 units or so, I'd say definitely don't stretch these out to, you know, like 200 units apart. Go, you know, try to go like 150, something like that, or even closer if you have to. If you don't want to go right to 200, put one down, and, you know, because everything needs to render around you when you hit your end point, so you don't want to, you know, cover a huge amount of area like that doing really long runs. So you wanted to kind of render as you go. And I could actually probably get away with deleting these walls too. I can use the resources. I could probably delete the floor too, but I don't want it to look like complete junk. A few floating floors never hurt anybody, so. What I'm doing is I'm just checking around to make sure I am deleting everything as I go. These aren't super straight. Alright, that should be the end of the walls. But whenever I do this, after I get done deleting all those, I always take it for another ride just to make sure I didn't break anything on the way. Accidentally delete anything. Just notice that could come down one more.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Alright. Looks like it worked alright. Alright. Wait for my teleporter to show back up. Go. Alright, so I'm gonna do a quick save here. I'm gonna go do medications and start laying out biodomes, I guess. So give me probably about 7 minutes and I will be right back. Alright, let's see what we got here. I don't think I have any corridors in there, so first thing I want to do is put in my corridors. Be over here. Get those in place. Before I do that, I had an idea here. I'll put a floor here. One more like that. Alright. I'm gonna pull these in one. Delete the outside. And put my building back. See, I'm putting this floor out here so that just in case that teleporter isn't working for people, they can fly up. And I lost power. They'll be able to fly up here and be able to get in through a door here. So that's why I put that there. I can do something like that. Actually, that's maybe a little too far. And that way they'd be able to get into a door there. Now I want to know why my power isn't working. It must be because I disconnected it from here. Yep, alright. Problem fixed. Alright, so what I want to do is, because I'm going to put my first biodome directly... Oh, my ship's going to be in the freaking way. Isn't it? Alright, good. Want to do that. And my first biodome is going to be up against the building. I want to try to get this stuff in place before I do anything. And I know I'm going to have to move that in. I'm going to end up with 3 ships here at some point, so I'll try to make some room. Stick this one over here. And I want to make sure my launch thrusters are full. Just in case I have to do a reload or whatever. I want to be able to bring in my ship without any issues. Alright. So, okay. I'm pretty sure it'll let me snap corridors here. Yep. My corridors like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these walls to the inside. I'd like just to have a backup of stuff in case something goes wrong. I can kind of fall back on it. So now's a good chance to color my stuff. I think I'm gonna go with red. And actually, I'm gonna give it like a rust type of look. I'm gonna make this red and rust. Set that down. I'm gonna grab my first biodome. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toggle edit build, which is square, and I go over to my color palette and just go red and rust again. The color should stay the same when you do that, but sometimes it doesn't like to. It doesn't want to snap to that. Oh, it's because I have the wall there. Alright, get rid of those walls. Alright. So again, square toggle edit. And go to your color change thing, red rust. Get these three on the bottom of set. Alright. That one's done. Now I shouldn't have to change my color again, the color should stick. I'm gonna put in one of those. And copy my biodome. Straight corridor, 2 of those. Across. And 2 more biodomes. See, I was thinking about doing the, overloaded biodome, but it's quicker just to plant them all like this, because otherwise I'd have to, even if I went down to, only 10 biodomes total, it would still, I'd have to go in and glitch them all in. So, something like this, I don't mind, as long as I have the resources, I don't mind, going a little bit over. What I am going to want to do is toss a door on this thing real quick. Go in here and delete these out. And I'm going to have to put a door in. I think I'm going to have to do 2 doors. As long as you don't move your cursor, you'll have, it'll prompt you for another door. Like this one, you can't see the door right now. It's because it's actually on the other side of the wall. So put that in, put that in. I just like to double check, make sure everything's going to connect. I have power everywhere, so as long as you can go into camera view and walk through, you should be all set. Alright. One more side. Oops. Yeah, at least you'll know if they don't have power because they show up pretty well. So yeah, so I want this little platform here, so if power doesn't work, people can still fly up and get in here. But what I'll do is I'll plant my my first level, then I'll plant my second level. Let me recharge this. just in case I end up being outside. Alright. I can't remember what ship has what in it, so I know the two exotics have stuff for liquid explosive. So might as well just start with this one. Yep, there we go. Now you see why having small stack sizes sucks. That's 19,200 fungal mold and 9,600 ammonia. So, yeah, and stack sizes suck. I think I'm just gonna go right up top. That way I can also make sure I can walk through these without any issue. But sometimes it pays to double check. It's annoying, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Alright, so fungal mold. And I have the correct amount. I want 384 of them. So get planted on these. Whoops. I tend to like to plant from the outside, but I just want to make sure I do one whole row and then switch over, do one whole thing, and do the last one. And I always start at where my door is. The door facing the building is where I always start. That way I know I don't miss any. And having your plant sorted out just makes this way faster. You don't have to worry about miscounting anything. As long as you have the correct amount of plants, it doesn't matter how much you have for minerals, so. I'll just work my way right around. I'm pretty sure this will take up all these biodomes. I think, and it would, I believe 24 biodomes just a fungal mold, so. Really adds up. Alright, again, just start at my door, go clockwise. If I don't do it like this, I lose track of where I am, so. Yeah, like once you get all this stuff planted, it's like, I don't know, around 500 or so items, so it's quite a few. And this will only be good enough for 32 liquid explosives, so it's not a huge amount of money, but early in the game it can be a good amount. Because it takes no time to craft. I mean, you can craft these in maybe 5 minutes, and that's pushing it, so. Something you can do once a day, because I think the cactus flesh, I think, is a 16-hour grow cycle. So that's the bottleneck on this. The good thing about the cactus flesh is you don't need much of it. You only need, 4 biodomes of that? So, not like it's a lot. still find I have enough pure ferrite to do the top portion. If I don't, I'm gonna have to put one biodome in place, delete the corridor, move it down. I'd have to do that. I wish I had taken that into account. I was only thinking of the plants more than anything. I got plenty of ferrite, but having it on me is a different story. I'm not sure what my storage containers look like. Like number-wise, it's all just kind of thrown in, not sorted very well. Yeah, so I had to fill a whole ship just to get one plant type. Alright, so that one. Thought I missed one of these. Alright, that section's done. Now the last one. Yeah, I like it because I don't have to keep track of how many I have to plant. So makes it really nice. The first time I did a stasis device farm, it was a nightmare because I just couldn't keep track of my plants at all. I was actually counting them when I was planting them. It made things much harder. A couple more of these. And start on my top section. Yeah, it doesn't take long to build these once you get going. Of course, I had to do a bunch of other stuff, you know, setting up that relay took a little bit of time. Once you do a few larger size farms, it's really easy. You just have to remember to go back and harvest them every now and then. That's one thing I'm really bad at. I make farms that are too big sometimes, and I don't visit them for weeks or even months. I lose out on a lot of money and stuff. Alright, so that first section should be all set. I always like to just peek in just to make sure they're actually planted. It should all be good though. Because if I put the top layer on, I can still get in there and plant things, but it makes it more of a challenge. Because you end up with more snap points for plants. You know, they're on top of each other, so it makes it kind of difficult to distinguish between the two. So that side's good. And we should all be fine. There's been times where I thought I got all the biodomes, and come to find out I didn't. Alright. So... actually going to put a teleporter in here too. And of course I had to put it right where that wire is. can just put it over here. Alright. Yeah, that floor does stick up a little, doesn't it? I might change that over to wood so it doesn't, or maybe move it out a little further. Because I don't want to go out too far and have issues. Alright. Shouldn't have any issues with these. Oh, I will have issues. I'm out of glass. Okay. It's because I'm using that other ship. I don't think I have enough glass in this anyway. Nope. Alright. Question is, what storage container has all that other stuff? Let's see here, I think it's number 5. It is not number 5. There we go. Actually, I'll bring these over to... So I want to make sure I have at least 150. Yeah, that's the problem there. You get 3 different stack sizes in this mode. It's a colossal pain. This might make it easier. I'm just going to bring over a bunch. That should... Yeah, I better grab another stack. I'll have plenty for this base. Come on. Alright. Now, I'm going to want to make sure to delete this. Actually, let me check that. I'm going to want to build... what the heck's in here? I think this is... Oh. What's in this thing? Oh, okay, gamma. Alright. Let me see if I can actually plant gamma here. Okay, so it doesn't take this into account. Alright. I'm still going to delete it because it's in the way. Alright. Now let me just... Should have enough, there's plenty of... Oh yeah, I can make 67 biodomes now, so... down
Technology
again.
recharge. Technology recharge.
And oh, I gotta call, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. We'll get the rest of these laid out here. Actually, I'm going to be up top. I shouldn't have any issue with these. I might have issues with my pure ferrite though. I think I'm just gonna do these one at a time here. One of those. Looks like I'll be fine with pure ferrite. So then just delete this middle section. We won't need corridors up there. I think these cost the same amount, so I don't have to keep switching between them. Do that. Alright, biodomes are set. Alright, I'll go back to... Actually, I can delete these out. Yeah, delete those out. I'm gonna leave those walls in place just for now, just in case there's any issues. Alright, and run down, make it look safe. Another thing I want to do is I want to mark these teleporters. To do that, I use the decal. Use one of these. Just to kind of give people an idea of where these short-range teleporters take them. Do something kind of like that. That way they kind of get some idea of what goes where. Even though people can see the thing pointed up, give them an idea of where to go. Alright, so finish off the fungal mold. Oh, yeah, switch my shit again. Still has a pretty good amount in it. I think it takes 24 biodomes total for the fungal mold, so still a good amount to go. I'll just plant it the same way. I'll start, you know, right here, where my door normally would be, except there's no door now. Work my way around. That way I don't miss any spots. Yeah, these line up really easily compared to like wires sometimes. Yeah, at least you don't end up with like snapping issues like you do like you can't put these right on the end of a wire or anything. They only go in one spot, so you can't really accidentally plant them too easily. The good thing about this too is you can always use this fungal mold for other stuff too. And there's some recipes and stuff you can do that give you a good amount of nanites. That's really easy to do. I thought about doing like a little nanite farm, but using only plants, but it's not a very efficient way to do it. Because you only get like, you know, like 10 nanites for each recipe or something, so not very efficient at all. I think it's like vegetable stew or something like that. Takes just a few different plants to make. It's probably faster just to run around and find damaged machinery. Alright, those ones are done. So we got 64 more to plant. And then I'll do my Mordite, and then cactus flush. But that fighter that's here, that's a B class. Then the hauler's a C class. You normally don't find ships that close together, so I saw that, and I found electricity here, and figured I might as well use this spot. It goes on systems like this where it's for, you know, kind of like beginner, you know, like a beginner system type of thing. Like to give people different things that they can find. I was hoping to find another grave here. I might do a little bit of running around to see if I can find one. Just so I can mark it with a comm ball or something. We're almost done. Alright, so that's it for fungal mold. We'll go with more Mordite now. I should have... Okay, so I'm gonna need 32 Mordite total, which adds up. Just start plugging that away. Some frigates flying over me. That side is done. So, get the rest of the Mordite. And I'm gonna need to call in another ship. The cactus flush. We got 4 biodomes of cactus flush. And this base is pretty much done. Alright, so come down to the save. Bring in my other ship. See, the game doesn't save when you're in camera view, so that's one of the other reasons I save so often. That ship too far away. I'm moving my ship. Alright. Have to do it out here. Alright, yep, the 64 Cactus. I'm pretty sure this is 16 hours on this stuff. That's kind of the bottleneck on it. All these recipes have some type of mod bottleneck, it seems. You know, when you're trying to do this crafting stuff. There's always one that takes incredibly long time. That way you can only do it once a day, you know. You don't want people to be able to make, make a stack of something worth millions every 4 hours or whatever. So. Alright, 32 more. So this is an easy recipe to learn early on. It'll end up costing you about 1,000 nanites to unlock them. But if you do the expanding your base thing, you'll end up learning these recipes, so you don't have to buy them. You're gonna need 2 glyphs to get to this system anyway, so most likely you'll already have them unlocked. So it's an easy one to get. Now my ship should be empty. Alright. Get a little bit of room back. Delete this. I'm gonna swap over to my main ship. Let me check this ship, make sure that one's empty. Alright, so those are both empty. Alright. Switch back to this one. I have the habit of reloading my save when I have the wrong ship selected, and I have to call in my other ship. So, not a big deal, but it's kind of an annoyance. Alright. Yeah, it's like back at that first base I was at. Actually, I'll end up probably going back there anyway, but that has a stack of each plant in it. For a biodome, so I'm going to be doing a biodome of each plant, and also a living glass farm, doing all that on this save. So I won't need these walls here anymore. I just put those there as a fallback if something goes wrong. So whenever you harvest these, you'll harvest both biodomes at once. Everything's powered up, we got plenty of power it looks like, so I do want to try to fix this floor. Do that. First things first, make a save. Alright. I was thinking of trying to just drop this floor down. I don't like how tall it is there. So, little trick I did the other day is using these. come up 5. Delete 4. Now this might delete my door out of here. I don't think there's anything close enough to face delete it, so come up 5, move your floor up. Come down a wall. Come down a short wall. Move your floor down. Now if I look at it, it's much lower, so it'd be easier to walk in and out. I almost deleted my floor. Take a little ride upstairs. There, that'd be a lot easier. And kind of fence it off a little bit. Actually, I'll do one of these here. Make it look a little bit fancy. There it is. Barricade. Let's put it in my cache. Copy that. Drop it down. Put it in the barricade. Gives it kind of a nice look to it. And then there's a little bit of a gap there, but can probably actually fix that. Oh, that's gonna screw me up now. Something like that. I don't know if it pierced through the wall though. Nope, it don't. And try to make it just look a little more fancy, I guess. That'll work. Yeah, you notice no ships have landed here since I put that there. If I didn't put that thing there, there'd be a ship landing there like every, 5 minutes or so. Gets annoying after a while. And I'll end up doing a landing pad in stone, even though the rest of it's all rust. Well, actually I'll leave those stone too, I guess. Same thing with that. I think that'll work. I don't know if I like that though. Yeah, it looks fine. Good enough. I always try to check these two. See, I got a few more that I can buy. If there's anything else I can really add here. Actually, I want to see what my power drawer is. Oh, and also, I wanted to add more sulfuring here too. A couple things you can do. I'm pretty sure if you go down to your extractor and you put a silo there, I think it still feeds this, but I'm not totally sure on that. So I think all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a silo up here. I'm going to make a small silo though. Yeah. Make it as small as I can get it. That way it's kind of out of the way. It's something nobody's even going to notice anyway, but um, it's the way to do this here. Yeah, I meant to do 2,000 of this stuff. Just going to stick this down here. Another thing you can do is, like, you can move one of these and actually, yeah, just move that, put that right there. Heck with it. Sure, I can tie in here somewhere. It's not going to want me to. I'm pretty sure I should be able to tie right into one of these. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's out of the way. Yeah, that's right. You can only connect to one pipe. That's right. So it has to be a silo you tie into. Alright. I don't know if there's really anything else to do here. I don't have to delete any other stuff or anything. Oh, I did want to check my power. I should be good, but I always like to double check. Yeah. Used a little more power than I was planning on. So, not bad. I didn't go too overboard with it. Alright. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of things to add. Okay, those use pure ferrite also. Can I even connect to these though? See, I don't like using these mainly because half the time the legs don't show up. How expensive are these though? Yeah, these cost even more. Yeah. I don't think yeah, those don't even work here, do they? Oh, they do. Yeah, that's another thing though, the legs don't like to show up on these. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna skip it. Alright. So drag my computer over. Now, a lot of times what I do like to do is I like to change the color of my base computer so that I know it's mine. So that way I don't fly to other bases I don't mean to. A lot of times I use yellow just because it sticks out against no matter what color the planet is. For the most part, it doesn't blend in too much. So liquid explosive. I keep wanting to put paraffinium. How the heck do you spell sulfurine? You never remember this. I know I have it here somewhere. that doesn't look right to me. I'm actually gonna have to look that up. I want to make sure it's at least spelled right. SULPHURINE. Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. That'll work. I hate how the picture's always on the wrong side, too. It's almost like it forgets when you move the computer. Forgets to reorientate itself. That'll work. Upload base. Alright. That should be all good. Of course, I forgot to put down my wire hider. Stick down here. Oh, I need to go pick up my beacons too. So. Alright, I'll finally get rid of that. Save. Take a second for this thing to show up. There we go. Gives me a chance to delete any wires I have left over, too. We'll grab that silverine marker. Yeah, I need to get some nanites on this account. I might end up using that runaway mold farm a little bit. Yeah, you don't normally find two crash ships this close together, so I wanted to take advantage of it. Even though they're, you know, kind of junky classes. On Permadeath, you'll take anything you can get. Yeah, I didn't even check the spider to see what it had for a shield, and it might have a good shield. Because I pulled them out of lower class ships before, you know, ones that are over 30%. So the major difference between regular permadeath and extreme, it's mainly the inventory size, and I do get space battles quite a bit more too. I don't know why I ran in here. Oh, I wanted to check what that ship was. Yeah, pirate battles are a little bit more often too. I think that's dependent on the system too. Yeah, there's nothing good in this. I was hoping maybe there was an X-class shield in there. Yeah, it's weird. I have the texture on this side of the building. Over here, there's no texture. You know, why is that a thing?
Protection fully.
Run in here, do a quick save, do another upload. Just make sure Discovery Services is up. Alright. Alright, so that base is out of the way. The other planet here. Okay, that's gonna be that frozen planet. I don't know which one of these. Okay, so plant system's gonna be on the Forsaken planet. Living Glass is gonna be on the Flush planet with aggressive sentinels. Alright. So this Frost planet. Okay, sodium dioxide and radon. Yeah, alright. I think I want to get that overgrown system done first. But I'm gonna probably end up calling it a night here. I'm looking to see. Yeah, I'm still not seeing that the runaway mold farm. Like I see it, I can see it in my teleporter. Actually, I should go to the space station here too. Actually, that's where I'm gonna head. I'm gonna end up calling it a night. I'm gonna save over there tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get on earlier tomorrow and knock out another base. And go from there. I still have one more base I need to build on my other save though. The silver and phosphorus farm. So I want to try to get all these bases built this weekend. I only have, well, 4 more total to build, so shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna jump out here. I want to just check my teleporter real quick too. I'm pretty sure all the other bases show up under other bases, I think. But for some reason I can't see that one on the airless planet. I might have to just do another upload. Yeah, see the runaway mold shows up. Yeah, all 3 of them. The Nip farm works fine, I tried it out. I haven't been over to this one yet, the Sentinel Pillar one. Runaway mold shows up. Oh. Yeah, I think it probably just needs to get a fresh upload. Because it's about 2 hours away from my base, base computer I put down. Check these guys real quick, see if anybody has anything I need. Because I will definitely take some extra pure ferrite, even though I don't really need it. Not looking promising. Actually, I got plenty of magnetized ferrite, so shouldn't bother. Alright. Yeah, well, I think that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. I appreciate everybody swinging in. I got one build out of 4, so hopefully get cracking on them tomorrow. I might end up doing 2 different streams tomorrow, so we will see. Alright, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for swinging in, and I will see you next time. Have a good